Hey guys, today I'm going to talk a little bit more about a heavy subject, so if you're not feeling as resourced today, I suggest that you come back at another time. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about my journey in trauma healing, and essentially from all the knowledge that I have accrued, is that trauma is really a sever in our connection to ourself, to another, and then also as the collective whole. And intergenerational trauma really plays a role in that severness to the collective whole. And I noticed that just how impactful my upbringing was once my mom had passed, and that break in that codependent relationship that was no longer here on earth, that physicality of the codependent relationship was no longer present. And so that's when I started going to Al-Anon. And then another layer added on once I had Teddy, and I realized that my nervous system just got really overwhelmed. And I didn't really connect it to the nervous system back then, but I just felt this overwhelming feeling when both kids needed my help. And I just felt worthless, and that I wasn't fit to do this two-child parenting. And I felt a disconnect between how I used to be able to parent Maddie before Teddy, and then at a certain point that there was a disconnect in how I related to Teddy when he was, a little infant to when he was a few months old. And I noticed, hey, I need to, try and figure this out, tap into what's going on here. And so I started going on a journey, and really it started with that intergenerational trauma and starting to feel a compassion for my mom and all that she had been through, because on some level I did blame her for what I had been through and for certain events that had happened, and but I was still kind of stuck in my head, really that understanding piece that my brain needed. And at a certain point, I found that somatic piece, and really that more meditative state in the body, getting into the body and away from the thoughts, away from that need to connect the dots, and just feel what is actually going on in my body. Getting hit on the head by pine needles here, saying, hey, get out of your head. Because even while I'm talking, I feel this pull to go to the head. What does my brain need to say? When really I want it coming from my heart. So I'll take a moment here to pause. That's a good reminder. Just really bringing it into the body, and that the fact that I don't have to know what exactly happened, because I was feeling this need to uncover everything and go into my grandparents' past and to really have that deep understanding. But the fact is that I don't need to have that, and of course our human nature is to really understand everything on that conscious level. But to do the deep healing work, we don't have to do that. We don't have to go into their story, into our story. We don't necessarily need to relive everything by talking through it. And that somatic piece has really helped my nervous system heal. I don't feel as much overwhelm anymore. And for a long time I was stuck because I was talking about it to others, and I felt comfortable with the story of my past, and I had so much more knowledge of what happened to me and why, and that compassion piece, but I was still missing something. And once I hit the somatic piece, like actually being able to feel safe in my body again and notice when it didn't feel safe. And when a certain person would just come into my space and they didn't have to say anything, but I felt my nervous system just contract. And it was that connection piece, that connection to other and to myself that I really needed to develop that unconscious understanding of, and that has really just propelled me. And I still feel like I have a lot more steps, but I'm getting there, and I just wanted to share that little piece. And of course I'll have to end the video here because someone needs me, and so I can help co-regulate. I'll talk to you later. Bye.